Once again, all of you, I welcome the lecture series of microprocessors and microcontrollers. Okay, so yesterday class we are discussed about the 8255 PPA. What is the meaning of PPA? Programmable Peripheral Interface. Once again, you can look at the last class what we are learned something about this 8255 PPA. Now you can see this 8255 PPA is available in two different sizes, nothing but the two different bits. One is 8-bit and another one is the 16-bit. Okay, so by using this 8255 PPA, the maximum number of devices we are going to connect is only three devices at a time. At a time, maximum devices we are going to connect by using this 8255 PPA at a time is three devices. Nothing but we have three types of input and output ports. Output ports. What are the three different types of input output ports? PA 027, PB 027. At the same time, we have the another port is PC 027. So that is fit into the PC 427, and again we have the PC 023. So this one you can also use it as a one input and output port. So by using these three ports, we are going to connect the three different types of devices. So these three different types of devices may be connected as input devices or output devices. So how this ports will act as input device, input port as output ports, that will be decided by the control or this control. Okay, now see this. So by controlling this 8255 PPA, we are using the signals like RD bar, WR bar, A0, A1 reset, and okay, another this type of pins. Now see this pin diagram of nothing but the architecture of the 8255 PPA. So we have three ports. See this input output port. Yeah, yes. Combined, this is also the one port. We can this is we have three ports, input or output ports. Okay, so three ports you are dividing it into the two groups, group A as well as group B. Who can control this all the three ports? This read and write control logic will controls the all the three different types of the ports. So in this read and write control logic, we have the CWR, control or register. So these are the microprocessor. This is the microprocessor. This is the CPU. This is the 8086 microprocessor. This is the 8086 microprocessor. So we are connected to the output devices easier. This is external devices. External or input or output devices in here like this. Only three devices at a time. We are going to connect the three devices at a time. So this read and write control logic will control the each and every devices that is connected by the this 8255 PPA. Okay, who can given the commands to this 825 this read and write control logic? So the microprocessor is given the commands to this 8255 PPA according to that one. So this port may be work as input port or output port, like this ports. Okay, then so we have three ports as I said, PA027, PC. I mean both are the same, PB027. So three different modes are there. So three different ports are there. Okay, so now see this is the pin diagram. Pin diagram. This is the 40 pin again. PP 40 pin PPA 8255 PPA. So in the last class also we already draw the simplified version of the pin diagram. Okay, so now see this. You know that what is RD bar, read control, write control, chip selection logic, A1 to A0, nothing but address lines. All these are used to control the are working the 8255 PPA, to control and operate the 8255 PPA. So the one thing you should remember is whenever the CS bar is enabled, then only this read and write operations are performed by this 8255 PPA. So now nothing but when this is disabled, so there is no operation performed by the 8255 PPA. So that's why what type of operations it is performed, then how that port is work, that is completely depends upon this pins. Now see this. RD bar, WR bar, CS bar, A1, A0. So completely depend upon this one. See this, whenever you are perform the read operation, this is the read operation. This is the read operation. Read operation means an input device. An input device. Read operation means an input device. An input device. Read operation in the sense an input device. So on the time you perform the read operation. So on the time write operation is not at all performed. That is one. You know that negative logic. Negative logic means 0 is on, 1 is off. So CS bar. You know that this is very important one. If CS bar is enabled, then only you can perform the read and write operation. Now CS bar is enabled. Now see this. This is 0 is port A data bus 1, 2, 3. Simple. You can easily remember this one. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. 8241 logic here. Okay, so this is 11A011 CWR to data bus, nothing but control over register. CWR means control over register. Similarly, write operation. Write operation. Nothing but the output device. We are connected whenever microbus is perform the write operation. That means we are connected the output device. Now see this. This is enabled. At the same time, the CS bar is also enabled. This RD bar is disabled, nothing but equating to the 1. So now see this is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1 is 3. 1, 1 is removed. So if it is A0 and A1 is 0, 0, data bus to the port A. This is 0, 1, data bus to the port B. 1, 0, data bus to the port C. This is 1, 1, data bus to the CDF bar. This is the CDF bar. Okay, the next one, see the enable and disable case. If this RD bar and WR bar is any one of the operations, X means here anyone, either 0 or 1, either 0 or 1, whatever it may. CS bar is 1. See this. If it is 1, no operation. Remember, if it is 1, no operation. See this. Whatever it may be, either X is nothing but what, don't be a condition, whatever it may be, 0 or 1, 0 or 1. There is no data bus is tri-stated. There is no operation is performed. If this CS is 1, nothing but enable, microprocessor is perform read and write operations, but 2 are disabled. 1, 1. Nothing but there is no operation at all. Data bus is on the time also data bus is transferred. So this is the case. So this 8255 people work in different modes. BSR mode. Mode 0 is basic IO mode. Mode 1 is input output mode. That was stored input output mode. Mode 2 is stored bidirectional. Now see this BSR mode. What is BSR mode? BSR means a bit set reset mode. Bit set and reset mode. BSR means a bit set and a reset mode. So now see this. These are the bits of the in this mode only port C is worked. Remember, in this mode, this is 8-bit port. Only port C is worked. In this mode, only port C of 8 bits is worked. Now see this. This is the CWR. In this CWR register, remember, in this CWR register, this bit is equal to 0. So it is base mode. It is one input output mode. Nothing but in this again 3 different modes: mode 0, mode 1, and mode 2. It is 0 BSR mode. So now this is the mode. If it is 1, this is the input output mode. Nothing but mode 0, mode 1, and mode 2. Remaining these bits B1, B2, B3 bits. Now see this operation of B1, B2, B2 bits. Nothing but it. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6. This is 7. So why we are using this bit set and reset? The only one bit is there. So the only one bit is connected. Nothing but the on and off cases. On and off cases. Mostly we are using the basic application is on and off applications. We are using this type of mode, on and off. Bit set and reset. Set means on, reset means simply off. Okay, this is CWR. Remember, this is CWR. The next one is the next one is we have the input output mode. Nothing but in these 3 different categories: mode 0, mode 1, and mode 2. Now mode 0. Mode 0 is nothing but the basic IO mode. in this mode, 3 ports are working. Nothing but PA 0 to the 7, PB 0 to the 7, PC 0 to the 7. So 3 ports are working as an input port or output port. Either may be input or output. Remember, either may be input or output ports. So 3 different devices we are going to connect. 3 different devices we are going to connect. So this port may work as input port or output port. This port may work as input port or output port. This port may work as input port, output port. But so this port PA027 is not work as a bidirectional port at a time. Remember, in this mode, you should keep it in mind, that important point. So so these ports will not work as a bidirectional ports. Nothing but the same port will work as at a time input and output port. So it is not possible in this mode. Okay, this mode is only possible. You are going to connect either input or output device only. Okay, for suppose this port A we can work connect as output port. Port B may be of input port, maybe of input port. Port C may be of output, whatever may be the combination. But you are not going to connect the input and output device at a time. You are not going to connect the input and output device at a time. Nothing but, so for suppose some device has the features of input features as well as the output features. So that type of devices you are not going to connect in this mode. Nothing but this port will not work as a bidirectional. But same time it will not work as in and output port. Okay, so this is the importance as well as the some features of this mode. So 3 ports are available. So 3 8-bit ports are available. If you want that one, you can combine any of the 2 ports, then it will be converted to the 16-bit port. So this will be controlled and selected by using the control word register. You can see this the control word register format. Now see this is the control word register. Okay, you can control see this. If this is equal to 1, then only input output mode, nothing but mode 0, mode 1 and mode 2. Otherwise it works as a BSR. Okay, this will this CWR will indicate the port group A port and group B port. Port C, port A, port B will work as input port or output port by seeing this input output control over register file. Okay, so that is the mode 0. Then go to the, this is common. Now see this this is mode 1. Now today our topic is our this one is mode 1. So whatever we have discussed so far is last class. I mean topic. Now today we are going to discuss our topic mode 1 of 8255 PPA as stored IO port. So in this mode, only port A027, port B027 is working. So 2 different devices we are going to connect. 2 different devices we are going to connect. Only 2 modes are connected. Then what about the another port C? Port C is work as a handshaking. Handshaking are strobed. See the strobed signals. What is this strobed and handshaking signals? We are going to see in the next slide also. Okay, now see this. So in this mode, only 2 ports are available. 2 ports are available. So nothing but see this. This is the 8255 PPA. 8255. In these 3 different ports are available. Port A0 to the 7, port B0 to the 7, port C0 to the 7. Okay, for mode 0, 3 ports are available, but mode 1 only port A and port B available. Port C port will work as a handshaking signals for nothing but the control signals for port A and port B. Port C ports 8-bit lines or 8-bit port. These work as a control signals for port A and port B. Okay, control signals. You can see how it is control signals. Now see this. This is the so now see this. You have two ports. That port may be okay as an input port or output port. So this is also the same. So the same port will not work as a both input as well as output port. At a time, it may work as input or output. Okay. So what are the input port signals? What is the output port signals? When this port A, for suppose port A is work as input port, and what type of signals we are used that one? Nothing but what type of control signal we are using? Nothing but stored signals. Now see this, one of the stored signal is STB, IBF are the stored signals we are going to use. These signals is provided by the signal stored input signal. Input buffer full signals is provided by the port C. Port C. This signal stored and IBF. IBF means here input buffer full signals is provided by the port C. What is the meaning of a stored input signal? If the signals is going low, nothing but false, logic low, nothing but zero. Logic low is zero. Why? Because it is STB bar. So that so it work as zero. STB bar negative logic. Okay, it is work whenever it is zero only. So if it is equal to the zero, so it indicates that the data available at 8-bit input port is loaded into the input latches, nothing but port A or port B. If the signal is zero, it indicates that you should remember this port advantage, this port stored input signal. This is IBF, input buffer full signal. So these two signals is supplied by the port C. So that's why we can call it as the stored signals and handshaking signals. And these are the control signals for port A as well as the port B. You can also call it as port C signals. You can also call it as a control signals. This one of the control signal. Yes, this is one of the control signals. See this input control signal. Strobe STB bar is equal to 0. It indicates there is some data is loaded into the any one of the port A or port B, whatever you are using. So which type of device you are connecting, input device or output device? That based on the type of device we are going to connect. Then input buffer full. So how to know that if there is no see this IBF, there is no bar on that one. That means it work as a positive logic. So one is on. It indicates input buffer full. It indicates what is the meaning of this one. It is equal to the one that indicates that data has been loaded into the latches, that is work as an acknowledgement. Okay, as an acknowledgement. So STB is used to load the data. How to know that microprocessor is that port is, or how to know that 8255 PPA that port is data is filled. So that is now the title FI is generated one of the control signal IBF. It means the data is loaded on the port A or port B. That is somewhat an acknowledgement. Somewhat an acknowledgement. Once it is acknowledged that one, the microprocess is performed by the read operation. Microprocess is performed by the read operation. Up to this, these two signals is performed by the 8255. Remember, that's why I told that these two are generated and performed by the 8255 PPA. Once it is IBF is given that signal to that acknowledgement that strobe signal is generated, the data is filled. Now IBF is generated, then microprocessor understand. So there is some data on that port A or port B. Now on that time microprocessor perform read operation because you are connected a input device. Input device only can perform the input device only can perform the read operation. For the output device can perform the write operation. And interrupt request. This interrupt request in this case is generated. Now see this. If this is equal to the 1, if this is equal to the 1, because this is equal to the 1, because there is no bar on that one. So this is 1. So this will be used to CPU whenever an input device requests the service. Whenever an input device requests the service. Why were generated this interrupt request means an input device. See this input device generates the interrupt request. Interrupt request. Why this input device generates the interrupt request means the process at the stop signal. Once 8255 is generates the stop signal. The stops once it is going to low, so that whatever the data that is available in the input device is loaded into that port. Okay, how to know that microprocessor if that data is loaded, that is generated by an acknowledgement. Once acknowledgement is generated, the microprocessor is send the signal, read signal. So what are the data present on that input output device? So nothing but the microprocessor is taken the data. Again, our read operation timing diagram is performed like this. Okay, for this process, a store and input buffer full. Up to that, microprocessor is waiting to collect the data. So for this purpose, microprocessor is waiting purpose, we are going to introduce the interrupt request. Once this is completed, now microprocessor is with input to output device is withdraw that one. Okay, withdraw that one. Then microprocessor is read the data. So this interrupt request signals is also generated by the 8255 PPA. Okay, 8255 PPA. This control signals is given by again the port C signals 4 and port 2 signals. Now see this diagram. Now see what are the output signals? What are the output signals? Output signal means here output device. Output device. Output device is nothing but the write operation. Write operation. Write operation. Nothing but CPU to the device. Here input operation means here an input operation. Input means here input device to the CPU. The data transfer, you see this an input device to the CPU, but here output operation means here CPU to the then output device. So again same here output buffer full. Where the signal is going to 1, whether the signal is going to 1, see this signal is going to 1 big IBF OBF bar something bar low, nothing but 0. It indicates the CPU has written the data on the specified output, nothing but see this CPU to the device, nothing but 8255 PPA, then after the output device. So first of all, whatever the data that is present in that CPU, now see this output device CPU to the 8255, then 8255 PPA to the output device. Or suppose some some LEDs, or suppose LED is the. So CPU is written data to the 8255 PPA. So written data to the 8255 PPA to the 8255 PPA written data to the output device. Now see this two-way process. So 8255 PPA is not directly send the information to the output device. So a CPU is only send the data to the 8255 PPA. According to that 8255 PPA is written the data to the output device. So this output buffer full OBF will indicate that. So there is some data is written CPU to the 8255. So once it is confirmed by that one, so it can send its acknowledgement signal. Acknowledgement signal is like a input IBF signal. Is like here IBF signal is like a stop signal. So in the input mode it is stop signal. In the out okay. So in this one acknowledgement is IBF. But here they can in output mode STP instead of STP are using OBF, instead of IBF we can use it as a acknowledgement. This acknowledgement signal will indicate that so there is some data is loaded into the 8255. Okay, INTR request same. So these signals OBF acknowledgement interrupt signals are also provided by this control signal also provided by the port C. Provided by the port CC. So what is the interrupt request? Same. You can stop this output device up to the some data is loaded into the this output device. Okay. Now see this very much important as well as the so now see this is the mode 1 control over group A input as well as mode 1 control group B as input. Now see this. Now for suppose port A or port B is work as a input port. Port A is work as input port. Port B is work as a input port. Now see this the devices where now see this now see port A as input port for suppose. Port A input port, again port B input port. Port B input port. Input port nothing but for suppose keyboard. For suppose keyboard. Example an input device is nothing but keyboard for suppose. So these are the CWR. These are the CWRs for this mode. CWR for this mode. Now see this in this out of this 8-bit. So this is one. See this. This is one means here IO ports. IO mode. So this is D3 bit is equal to the either 1 is input port, either 0 is output port. Okay, so don't get condition is nothing but either 1 or 0. Okay, so these are the CWRs. Remember, we must write this one. So now you can see this diagram very much easy. So this is the 8-2. Now this side is CPU or nothing but the 8086 microprocessor. So in this only you use the signal RD bar for this one. In the diagram only you can use this. This is the port A inbuilt. In the port A, we are going to work the port A as input port or port B as input port. So in this mode 1, so the devices we are used, the external device we are used here gate, some AND gate. Here the gates is like this. So this series PC4, PC5, PC3, PC6 to 7. What are the ports? Now PC2, PC1. These are nothing but the port C signals as a port C signals as a control signals. Now see this. The port A is work now. This see this a stored input signal. A stored signal. What is the meaning of stored? When this whether this is equal to 0, what is the meaning of this one? There is some data, whatever it means, input device. This is the device. This is some for suppose keyboard. For suppose an input device keyboard. Keyboard. A keyboard is connected. Once it is generated, whatever the data that is available in the keyboard is loaded into this port. Is loaded into that port. So if this is S, so if it is loaded correctly or not, that is known by using this IBF. See this IBF signal. This STBAB indicates the group A and group B. That is so this is 1. If it is equal to 1, nothing but the acknowledgement signal. Once these two are in the process, first of all, this will be generated. This will be generated see this the signal. You can see the arrow. So this 8255 PPA. This 8255. This is the 8255. So 8255 PPA is generates interrupt request to this keyboard. Interrupt request to this keyboard. This is the keyboard. Okay, this is the keyboard. Interrupt request. Who can generate this interrupt 8255 PPA? Why? Why? Because this process is performing under this interrupt request under this time. Once this process is completed, then microprocessor generates the readout. Now see this. So you can easily remember this diagram also. Now see this. This is the some timing diagram of mode 1 signals. Timing diagram of see an input data transfer. Input data transfer means here input. Input data transfer means here whatever the data that is present some device to the 8255 and 8255 PPI to the CPU. This is nothing but keyboard. Device is nothing but the keyboard. So simply keyboard for suppose keyboard to the 8255 PPI to the CPU. This is the process for input operation. Input operation. Okay. Likewise, whatever the key we are pressed here, so that is coming to the 8255 PPI, 8255 PPI to the CPU. There is no information is directly processed by the CPU to the keyboard. In between that, we have the 8255 PPI. Now see this STB. They can generate as STB bar. You can draw this STB bar. If it is equal to the 0, it is equal to the 0, nothing but on. So what is the meaning of that one? What is whatever may be the, you can see this my pen. You can draw the bluing. This is whatever the data that is in that keyboard is coming to the 8255 PPA. That may be a port here, port 8255 PPA. So once if it is data is coming to the 85 PPA, this IBF nothing but this 85 PPA is generates an acknowledgement to the device. See this acknowledgement to the device. See this where that acknowledgement is done. See this arrow. 85 PPA to the input output device. See this and 85 PPA to the input device. This is the STB signal. This is the IBF signal. Once it is generated, once it is done, once it is generated, there is some time to now microprocessors understand that there is some data. Okay, see this. Who can generate this interrupt signal? See this. Who can generate this interrupt signal? See this. And 825 PPA is generates the interrupt signals, and 825A. So this generates the INTR signal. Why it can be generated now? See this. Why it can generate the that signal? Why it can generate the signal? See this. So first of all, see this. In interrupt request is generated by the 85 AP. Okay. So see this operation by seeing this timing diagram. See this IBF is on. So there is some data in this port. For suppose port A is some data. Okay. So this is acknowledgement. So if there is a data, it is generated by the acknowledgement. See this arrows. Once probe is generated, then after the IBF. So acknowledgement. What is the meaning of interrupt request? Who can generate this interrupt request? 8255 PPA is generated the interrupt request because two reasons here. Because one reason, see this, when it is started, IBF is on that time interrupt request is also on. IBF is on that time interrupt request is also on. When it is ended up to the RD bar is on. If it is not nothing but if it is low is nothing but the on, nothing but there is a bar on that on. Why? Because why this interrupt cycle is on up to this IBM buffer full is complete, nothing but it requires that the device you are not sending some any additional information to load it into this 8255 PPA port. Once the so up to the read operation. So for suppose for data 05 is loaded into the 825. So in the keyboard you press the 05 data that is coming to the 8255. 8255 we pay to the CPU. Before performing the read operation by that CPU, for suppose I press the 6. Instead of 5, you read the 6. So that's why Once this data, whatever the data you can send into the 825 nothing 05 data. So it is hold up to the performing of the read operation on that time, on that purpose. So so then input output, then input device is not generating the any are not input the any another data. So we can interrupt the device. You can stop the device up to the read operation is performed by the 825 PP. Otherwise, you cannot stop the device. Otherwise, it can again load at the some another additional data for suppose 0.06 or 07 to that 825 PP. So we are not correctly microprocessor is not receiving the correct data. That's why. So once this read operation is performed up to that, that interrupt request is on. Once this read operation is performed, then see this. When this is on, this is ending edge. This is the falling edge or end of that interrupt request. Once this is end of that interrupt request, this RD bar is on. Once it is on, now see this. Up to how many cycles it will be on up to the IBM buffer full is off. Up to the IBM buffer full is off. Now see this falling edge, nothing but half case. Now once it is performed, whatever the data present in the from the data from series peripheral to the nothing but CPU. Here data bus nothing but D0 to the D7. D0 to the D7. So nothing but see this CPU. What is the data bus is connected by the CPU? D0 to the 7. Nothing but 8255. 8255 is connected to suppose port PA0 to the 7 series. So STB IBF is indicates here. So once RD bar is generated, so whenever this will send the INTR. INTR is complete, then after RD bar is operation is performed. Okay. Similarly, this ports is work as output port. So nothing but the keyboard for suppose suppose LED, some display. Suppose some display. Simply for suppose some display. Suppose some display. So nothing but what is the operation is performed here? CPU to the, see this arrows, 8255 to the display. See this. So whatever the data that is available in the CPU is loaded into the 8255 PP. Then that microprocessor is done. Microprocessor, so it can perform the write operation. Then 85 PP is loaded the data to the display. Okay, see this output buffer full. The signals, whatever it may be, see this output here. On that case, it is STB. The input output mode is STB. In the output mode, it is a IBF. Okay, you should remember in the input mode. In the input mode, see this. In the input mode, this is a stop signal. This is IBF. But in the output case, it is OBF. This is acknowledgement. What is the OBF here? OBF here. See this. So see this OBF. Who can generate? Now see this again. This OBF acknowledgement signals and interrupt signals is going to generate it and utilize it for the port C signals. Again, port C signals. That's what we call as a handshaking or stop signals. Port C signals. Now see this. IBF, you can see the arrow. Here. OBF arrow, output buffer mode. In the output mode, you can see in the input mode, you can see this arrow towards the 85 PPI here, out towards the 85 PPI to the display. So this will indicate that output buffer mode. There is some data is filled in that 8255 PPI. I am ready to give in the data to the display. Okay. Once this display is acknowledged that one, I am ready to take the data. Then it will generate the acknowledgement signal. First of all, OBF, that is a signal, is told to that display, that what OBF is given information to the display. I have some data. If it is accepted the data, so display device is ready to accept the data, and the time it generates the acknowledgement. So by this process is by this process is continues, and the time it generates the interrupt, because you can perform the write operation of the same. You can see the yes, yes. First of all, it can perform the write operation. Here on the time input mode, this read operation is the last operation, but in this one, write operation is the first one, because CPU is loaded data to the 8255 PPI, then this one, then to the display, then output mode. Output. What is the input case? What is the input case? Then keyboard, for example, keyboard to the 8255. Then after to the CPU. Then after to the CPU. Nothing but a read operation is performed with last bus here. Write operation is performed with first bus, but CPU to the 8255 PPI data. So write operation is performed. Some whatever the data that is present in the CPU is loaded into the CPU. Nothing but D0 to the 7 to the loaded into the 8255 PPI port A, for suppose 8255 PPI port A. 8255 PPI port A. Once port A to the port A or port B to the display. Port A or port B to the display. Port A or port B. This is our process now. Once the write operation performed, nothing but here in this CPU generated the write operation. CPU is generated the write. Whatever the data that is available in the CPU, that is coming to the OBF. Once that is nothing but that is available in this port, the port A or port B, whatever it may be. So this 8255 PPI, this 8255 PPI is generates the output signal signal of display. Output signal display. It generates the output signal OBF to the display. Okay, so in this process now, see, write operation is completed, and that time OBF is generated. Nothing but it completely loaded the data into that port A or port B. Once it is completely loaded, after that only OBF is generated. OBF bar is equal to 0. Nothing but 0 on. 0 on. Once it is OBF is on, and the time interrupt request is also generated by the 8255. See this 8255 PPA to display. To display, you can see that main. Here the CPU to the 8255 port ARP. See this means. So once this so see this display to 8255. See this. Once this data is ready to accepted by the device. Now see this. This time so this once on that, this is off time. This is on. Once it is off, the OBF is off, then acknowledgement is on. Nothing but the completely once it will tell that, so from cycles 1 or 2 cycles, so I have the data. So once it is acknowledged, that will it send the acknowledgement. So this is OBF. See this OBF, this is acknowledgement. So then whatever the data that is present in the port A or port B to the display, data is moved. Data is moved. So these are just signals. These are the just 1-bit signals. So just for sending the information as well as receiving it. Just know that display. So 8255 is send the signal as OBF signal to the display. I have some data. Once this display is ready to accept, it generates the acknowledgement. Once this is done, So whatever the data that is available in the 8255 PPA, the port, so the data is moved to the port A or port B to the display. This is the output. Now see this. Okay. Now see this. Now see this. I can combine these two this input as well as these are the input. This is the output. This is the output. See this input as well as output. In the input mode, a read signal is the last performed operation, but output mode write signal is the first performed operation. So either instead of strobe signal, you are using the OBF signal. Instead of IBF signal, you are using the interrupt. This same interrupt request and as well as interrupt request is same. You see this. Instead of STB signal, you are using the OBF signal or STB here OBF. See this. IBF or acknowledgement or acknowledgement or IBF or IBF. Okay, interrupt request is same. This read instead of read, you can write the operation or write a read operation. See, remaining as okay. So here output some input device to the 8255 to the CPU. But here CPU to the 8255 and see the arrows 8255 to the display or any output device like this. Then coming to the mode 2. Then coming to the mode 2. You can also call it as a strobed bidirectional. You can also call it as a strobed bidirectional input output. Nothing but bidirectional. Here the only port A 0 to the port A7 is available. This port is work as both. You can see that arrow both input and output device. Input and output port at a time. Input and output port. But the in either mode 1 and mode 0, either it may work as input port or output port. But here in mode 2, a strobed bidirectional. In this mode, only port A is available. Okay, this port A is work as a both input and at the same time output. Input and output mode at the same time. But mode 0 and mode 1, either mode 0, 3 ports are available, port A, port B, port C available. And that mode 0 only it may be either port A or nothing but the input port or output port. Port B is port nothing but mode 1 is also same, either it may be work as input port or output port. But here mode 2 a bidirectional, but the same port will work as a both input at the same time output. Input and output at the same time. So the same device, some input output device is connected to the will work as both input as well as output. Nothing but some printer. Some printer. Printer comes scanner. Scanner is the output device. Printer is the output device. Scanner is the input device. Printer comes scanner. For suppose it has both input features as well as the output features. That's why. So we have this type of devices as an input output device on that time. The device is connected to the port A and you can operate at the 8255 PPA as a mode 2 only. Then only this device is work. Okay, these are the some silent features. So but in this mode you can perform two operations, read operation at the same time as well as the write, because it can the device only it has only features of input port as well as the output. Now see this is the control word register. Control word register. This is the control word register. You must remember this one. So what are the signals? The signals. So the input signal. For suppose the output signals. OBF same output buffer. Nothing but output operation means here CPU to the 8255 to the device. Same output buffer rule. So OBF. So here see this OBF. Sorry. OBF. OBF to the acknowledgement ACK. Same interrupt. interrupt signal. Again, stop signal, input signal. Same, whatever you are discussing in mode one, that signal for that signals indication is same. You see this. This is the so now see this arrows that is indicated by the arrows. You can see this both some two-way direction. So bi-directional port A, bi-directional. What about the port B and port C? Port B and port C is work as a stopped or handshaking signals for or control signals for port A. So bi-directional. You can see this arrows bi-directional both way. Arrows are available. Both directions can send the data, can receive the data by using that same port. Okay, see this read operation can perform at a time read operation at a time write operation. But here in this case, you can see this in this case. You can see this in this case. As an input port, only you can see the read operation. So as an output, you can only perform the write operation. In mode 0 and mode 1, the port maybe you can see this arrows. Maybe work as input port, otherwise maybe work as output port. At a time, it will not work as input and output port. But here in this mode 2, mode 2, mode 2 diagram, mode 2 must in the examination also you must draw this diagram. In this mode 2, you can also the device. So device printer, scanner. Printer is the some output device. Scanner is the some input device. See this. This is the device. It has the features of both in and output features, input and output features. And that time you can operate the mode 2. Mode 2 only port A is available. See these arrows. See these arrows. Okay. So see this OBF output buffer flow. Acknowledgement STB IBF. What is this STB? STB nothing but some device to the, see these arrows. You can see this device to the OBF. See this arrows device. See these arrows. 8255 to the device. Device means a printer and scanner or device to the acknowledgement. See this. Okay, see this time. For suppose microprocessor is read operation. For suppose you can combinedly can perform the read and write operation. For suppose it's perform the read operation. Sorry, write operation. But whatever the data present in that CPU to the 8255 is loaded. So then nothing but it tell that simply you can add the features of input and output one by one. This is the output mode. This is the output. This is the input. You can just combine these two. This is just combine the input and the output. So this is OBF means here 8255 to the device. This interrupt request. So 8255 to the device. You can see that arrows. Acknowledgement. Who can generate this acknowledgement? Device is generated the acknowledgement device. Again, what is the stop signal is here? Stop signal nothing but the who can generate this stop signal so device to the device to the 8255. You can see this stop signal arrow. Once it is taken that one, then it can generate the 8255 to the device. Then this is the data from 8085 or 8086. Data from this is the read operation. This is the read operation. Read operation means CPU to the 8255. Okay, this is the way this device is work. So just combinedly you can output and input timing. I can add this one. Again, it can use the mode of operation. Nothing but at the same time it can perform the input output operations by the same port A, input and output operations. Okay, next class we are going to discuss the some ADCs, analog to digital and digital to analog. Thank you for joining this class.